Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather Gearhart. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not, thanks for joining me. I make videos weekly on life, food, family, and fun, and today we're gonna do something a little bit fun. We are trying out the Tati Beauty Blendiful. It is a new makeup application tool that is pretty much different than most other things that are out on the market today. So if you wanna know my opinion, if it's worth it, and if it works, stay tuned, and let's do this. Okay, so I saw that Tati had come out with a new makeup face application product, and it's kind of like a sponge slash a little fur. It's kind of like putting fur on your face.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
And it is got a couple of sponges. It has a big one right here, and it has a little travel one. And I am going to show you an application based on half my face with regular tools that I always use, and half with this guy. It is the first time I've used it, so it'll be my first impression of it. And at the end, I'll wrap it up and show you what I think about it. So let's erase this face and see if it works. Okay, so I'm sorry about the lighting. It is super gray and miserable here. It's like 40 degrees and raining. Ugh. Okay, so today we are checking out the Tati Beauty Blendiful. You can see it's brand new. I just got it yesterday. So I'm gonna tear it open. And here is the little one. This is like the travel little one, or something you can take on the go. It definitely is squishy, super soft. And the regular one here. Regular one here. Super soft and furry. So what I thought I would do is try this with liquid foundation and powder foundation, and all the reviews I have seen are from PR recipients who received it as PR, and so they were kind of early to get this and try it out. But they just did their full face using this besides eye makeup, and loved it. Everybody has loved it. But I haven't seen them, or anyone, which maybe they have, but I haven't seen anyone do kind of half of a face with this and half of a face with your regular tools, being a sponge and brushes, and kind of see if it's comparable or if it's better. I mean, if it actually looks better than your regular tools. Because if you could do all of your stuff with this, it's $18. That would be a really good investment. You can wash this, you've got one for on the go, and you wouldn't have to keep buying sponges over and over and brushes and all sorts of stuff other than, of course, your eye makeup. So I'm gonna do half the face with the Tati Blendiful and half with my normal sponge. I'm gonna do a little bit of liquid here and then powder foundation. If you have not seen my favorite liquid foundation and powder foundation, I'll have those linked. They are my holy grails. I've been using them for weeks, and in fact, I need to go get it. I don't have it in front of me. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the Osmosis foundation in Natural Light. This is the Performance Wear Satin Foundation, and then I am going to be using the powder foundation version as well, also in Natural Light. If you did want to try this and didn't want to spend the $44 and get the compact, you can get just the refill pack off of Amazon. These will be linked in my store. I have an Amazon online shop. It'll be linked if you want to try those. This one is actually the fair color because they oxidize, and in the winter I need kind of a combo of both. Okay, I don't have anything on my face. I am using skincare that's causing my face to peel off and get a little bit red, so, you know, sorry for that. But let's go ahead and go in. I'm gonna first start with the liquid and putting that up under my eyes. If I'm looking down, it's because I've got a mirror down here that I am going to be using. Okay, so this is an e.l.f. sponge. Love it. Just like the Real Techniques one, gets real big. It is slightly damp. So I'm gonna go put a little bit on here. And I'm gonna go in under the eyes. My gosh, I have so much flaking. Okay, so I don't really wanna get this dirty, but we're gonna get it dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing I would normally do. I'm gonna apply a little bit to, I'm just gonna do this little corner because I'm only using a little bit of this. It's dirty now. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it over so I can really get into the crevice right here. And obviously the first thing I'm noticing is that it's like rubbing carpet on your face, only really soft. You can definitely get up right in the crevice of your eye right here, which is nice. I feel like the product definitely went farther. Like the sponge definitely soaks up more than this does. Gotta get a little bit used to it because it's not really pressing, you're more wiping a little bit. But I got better coverage and I used the same amount. So far so good with that. Let's try powder foundation. So normally I use this little Flower Beauty brush here, or a kabuki brush. And we're gonna go in. Super smooth and beautiful. So now I'm going to go in with the Tati Blendiful, and I'll just use this top part right here. And I'm just gonna go right in like this. Definitely picked up a good amount. I know that everybody, was raving about this, and everybody is wanting to, support Tati because she's a fellow YouTuber, and everybody's saying it's amazing and all of that. And I totally want to support other YouTubers. I think it's a really fantastic thing that somebody could just start a YouTube channel and then have their own makeup brand, a decade later. I love that, but I also want this to work. And is it worth having an additional tool in your toolbox? Do you really need to spend the $18? Is it that revolutionary, or is it similar to, eco tools or elf brushes or things that you can just purchase for super cheap? It really needs to wow me in order to say that it's that much better and worth it. I want it, and I think that Tati would want that as well, and not just be like, well, it's okay, and if you don't have any brushes, you should try these out, But if it's not that much better, is it worth the extra splurge? Because it's not expensive per se, but it is $18 and you gotta pay shipping and all that. So I'm gonna go up under the eyes. Okay, initial thoughts. This is way fast, real fast. So if you are looking at speeding up your makeup process, especially using this ridiculously amazing powder foundation, with this, it's way fast, much faster than the brush. It's got better coverage. Sorry, I'm blocking you and showing you my camera and ring light. Okay, I'm gonna come in a little closer, much better coverage for about the same amount, and it is insanely smooth. I kind of wanted, it's a slight more cakey right here, I think, under my eyes than the brush, but the coverage is way better. It doesn't have any blue on that side. Wow. Yeah, it's much better coverage. It's gonna look funny actually, because it looks like I put 2 layers on this side and only 1 on this side. So I'm gonna maybe build this up a little bit with the brush. And my skin is really dry because I'm trying out, you guys, I'm trying out an over-the-counter nighttime skin routine that might be better than Retin-A. So stay tuned for that. I wanna make sure I've tried it for a full 30 days at least to make sure that it actually is making a difference. But so far, dang people, it's amazing. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell if you wanna see that, because you don't have to get a prescription for it. And I mean, it's just as good as Retin-A in my opinion, and I have tried Retin-A. So, but it is in the initial phase of just sloughing off everything. So it's a little red, it's a little flaky, but anyway, all right, let's go on to my bronzer, and I am using my favorite. If you didn't see my favorites video for 2019, it's in there. This has been well loved. You can see it's the Milani Silky Matte 01, and I'm just gonna use this Eco Tools fan brush. I also have massive flyaways all the time. If you see any of my videos, you'll see I always have hair that defies gravity. It's sticking straight up. And I found another Instagram made me buy it / Facebook made me buy it product that is supposed to not make your hair all sticky and gross, but also take care of all that. So stay tuned for that, because as soon as that comes in the mail, I will be testing that out. Just ordered it a couple days ago, so might be a little bit before that video goes up, but ridiculous. I mean, they defy gravity in my hair. So anyway, if that works, that'll be an amazing find. And so on this, I'm gonna just take a different little corner here, fold it in half, and I'm gonna just go in. It definitely picks up a good amount of product. And then I'm just gonna go in with that. All right, blush. Blush, I'm using my favorite blush, which has also been well used, also in my favorites video. It's the Cargo Swimmables, and this one is in Bali. You can see. Well loved. And we're just gonna stick that on. It's got a really pretty, almost bluish iridescent undertone to it. Almost did the other half. So used to going in, but it's so pretty. Such a pretty sheen. It's not matte. If you don't like it's not shimmery. It's got a sheen. But if you don't like that, don't get this if you want a matte one. Okay, so I'm gonna go right here and do the blush that way. Just gonna do this, pick up some. Might be too much, let's see. But that one definitely doesn't show the sheen like the brush did, which is interesting. Maybe I have built up sheen in my brush. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, there, okay. There's the sheen. Okay, initial impression. I know how this makeup wears, so it's not really a longevity test. This is just a test on application. And there's a couple of thoughts. I'm looking at both sides and I'm not seeing a huge difference. It looks very similar on both sides. One doesn't really seem smoother than the other. I got better coverage under my eyes with the Tati Blendiful than with the sponge. I think it's because the sponge, a dampened sponge, is going to make a more sheer layer. So here's my thoughts. For on the go, this is awesome. If you want to keep this in your purse, if you want to put a little bit on it, I wish it came with the carrying case. Like if it had a little case where you could kind of clip this into it, you could put a little foundation on here or a powder for a touch up, and then stick it in a case, like a little compact, and then you could take it with you throughout the day, because you don't want to put powder on this and then just throw it in your bag. It's gonna probably get on everything. But for little touch-ups or even just blotting throughout the day without applying any more powder, that might be a really good tool. I think this probably uses less product than a sponge would. Probably not less than a brush, but less than a sponge. and it is kind of one-stop shopping. So I am taking 2 overseas trips, one in February and one in March, and I could see taking this rather than all of this and getting the same result on my application. That's gonna be a massive space saver, and it is a time saver because you're not fiddling through trying to find different brushes for different products. It's just the one thing, and then you just hand wash it, let it dry overnight, and it's good to go. I am not going to hand wash this and let it dry and let you know. I've seen enough reviews. It dries pretty quickly, and you can use a hair dryer on it if you need to dry it faster, but if you just wash it after you apply and then leave it out overnight, you're gonna be good to go. So, I mean, I am happy with this purchase. Is it necessary? Is it a must-have because the application is so much better than others? No. If you're looking to buy something new and you're thinking about investing in brushes or sponges or both, I would check this out because I think that it is a really neat idea, and I think that it will work for powder products, it works for liquid products, and so one-stop shopping. So my opinion is it a must-have, do or die? No. But is it a cool product and does it work? Yes. You can get it on tatibeauty.com if you want to try it out. And I think it's worth looking at if you're looking at buying something new. If you got brushes that are wearing out or sponges that are wearing out, give it a look-see. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anybody who you think may be interested in purchasing a new face application product. And otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.